Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for stopping by. I would quickly get on here and explain to you my final thoughts before I started the One Book July. I will be using the passport size Traveler's Notebook from Traveler's Company. This is the 5th anniversary Star Fairy edition. So I received a comment about my Hobonichi, if I'm going to continue with my Hobonichi. Yes, I will. I will be continuing in my Hobonichi A5 for just daily journaling. This One Book July challenge for me is carrying an EDC, an everyday carry, for my personal use, and because I didn't really have a system for myself. I forgot to mention this earlier too. In my first video, I wanted to mention that I got this EDC idea from Courtney Diaz on Little Raven Ink on Patreon, and she was talking about One Book July. I think I was trying to catch up on some of her videos, and she was saying that she wanted a place to keep all of her personal things, like her personal tasks. And I thought to myself, I don't even have that for myself, and I usually kind of trickle them in with my work planner, but I really want to keep them separate. And a lot of the times, like I said, I have ideas that come up while when my husband is driving, and I put them in my cell phone, and it just gets lost. So I thought with the passport size, I could carry it in my purse, in my bag, and I could just jot things down. I don't have a lot of to-dos on specific days, but I have a huge running to-do list. And I remember watching Emily Pencil. I don't remember, it was a recent thing. I was watching her, and she said the same thing. She doesn't have like a long to-do list every day. She just has a list of things that she needs to do, and then she just picks at them from day to day. So I hope I'm making sense. So what I've done is I just have a running to-do list, and I've kind of already marked things off, and the things that I've marked off I've put in the bullet journal portion of it. So if you have not checked out Romani's Realm, I highly recommend you do. I know she has a live stream. I think it's about 3 hours long, and I've kind of time-stamped on certain things that I want to listen to again. But she mentions a lot of things about bullet journaling. To me, I thought bullet journaling was like, you have to do these huge monthly setups every day, every month. You have to have this, pretty theme, and I don't have time to make these really pretty bullet journaling spreads. And Romani said bullet journaling is not really about planning. It's about journaling, about what you do every day, and that's why it's called a bullet journal and not a bullet planner or whatever. But that just really struck a chord, I guess. And it's not like you have to set up your pages every month. You set them up on a daily basis. Almost, you create them on a daily basis. You don't really need a lot of setting up to do every month. And that really resonated with me, because I really don't have things to do every day, and so I have a running to-do list. I've got this idea from Emily Pencil, and yeah, I just kind of pick at it. I have some extra pages in the back here, so I'm most likely going to write a new one because I've completed some things, and just some tabs. I think I will use these if I need to highlight something really, really, really important. And here you can see I've cut out some of the days in advance, but to be honest with you, I shouldn't have planned these in advance, because maybe one day, or I can just fit in 2 days on a page, because I really don't have much going on. I have a lot of work stuff, but personal wise, I don't have a lot going on, so I didn't even need to plan, set aside time to plan these days in advance. Okay, so let me just quickly show you. I printed this out. If I remember the name, I will post it down below, but it was from an Etsy seller, I believe, or maybe it was Peanuts Planner Company, I think it was called. But it's a monthly tracker, and I think I just want to highlight the days that I do some kind of physical exercise. It might be just, taking a walk after lunch, or it might be a morning stretch or something. And thank you to thank you to, oh, I forgot her name, but somebody recommended some YouTube channels that I will check out, or I've already checked out actually. So thank you for that recommendation. So I think for the month of July, I will just highlight the days that I have done any, physical activity. So I took this insert from my personal my personal ring planner. So I have this in there. My monthly log, I know in the bullet journal system there's like a monthly log, I think. So my monthly log, I will use a month on 2-page spread, and I'll just stick to that. I think that works out well. So I've been practicing a little bit. Sorry about that, the phone cut off. I just wanted to say thank you to those that have left comments about not having to buy the actual book, and that there's a lot of information on the actual bullet journal website. So I want to say thank you so much. I actually learned a lot from that. And Romani was saying you should adapt the bullet journal to you and what you like to do and what you are used to doing. In her case, her tasks are check boxes, and same with me. There will always be check boxes. I couldn't wrap my head around using like a bullet. I think it was a bullet or something, like a circle for tasks. For me, a task is a checkbox. So I decided to do that. And yeah, it was very easy and simple. It didn't even take 5 minutes. I just had this open on my desk, and when I needed to write something down, it was really easy to do. It's a passport size, so it doesn't take up too much space. And also, I appreciate the fact that it's not all about tasks, but things that, for example, I know this didn't happen on this day, but I did end up purchasing some Pandora charms. So for me, an event, not an event, but something that happened, I use like a little circle, like a little bullet. And for myself, I find this very useful in the future when I am referring, or when I am journaling in my Hobonichi. I can flip back to my pages and see for these little bullets to see what happened that day, and I can easily journal about it in my Hobonichi Techo. So far, I think I will continue with that. I'm not going to be doing like the collections with the monthly logs and the, I just took some notes here. So in terms of collections, sorry, these are just some notes. In terms of collections, I think I might be doing these ones here. The monthly log, I will just use my month on 2-page insert. The daily log and the future log. So I think I purchased a new passport size insert, so I might just move into that because I was trying to use up these empty pages, but I can use this as a scratch pad or something, so that way I can have an index. I believe though for myself, I am more comfortable with having the index in the back so that I don't have to worry about saving myself 2 pages for the index, or maybe I'll need 3 pages, I don't know. So I'll write the index in the back of the book, and move forward that way with the collections. So I won't be doing the monthly log because the monthly log is already in here. The daily log and the future log, I'll have to work around that. But yeah, I hope you have time. If you don't have the bullet journal book, please don't be discouraged. And I just wanted to say thank you again to those that have recommended to just go on the website and check it out. There's a lot of information there, and of course Romani's Realm, she goes into details about the bullet, not the specifics of the book, but how she's adapting to it, and it really resonated with me. She made up a lot of really good points. Like I said, it's a bullet journal, it's not a bullet planner. It's not like you have to spend hours every week to set up your pages for the next month, because that doesn't work for me. And just having these like daily snapshot of what happened really works for me. I felt overwhelmed. I felt like, oh, I didn't do this task, so I gotta transfer all of the tasks again to tomorrow, and I really didn't want to spend time doing that. This is just a snapshot of what happened and what I did. Things that I really needed to do, I think these are called signifiers, they're just highlighters. I really needed to order contact lenses this day, and that's done. Little tasks and notes are in these little bullet points so that I can easily refer to them later, and it's really easy and simple. So if you don't have the book, please don't feel discouraged. There's a lot of resources online. I believe there's some YouTube channels as well. A YouTube channel a Writer Carol's YouTube channel, I think there is. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. But I thought I would quickly get on here before